Hi guys, I've not been streaming for the last couple of days because it's been tough. Um, there's no bream showing at all, and just caught the first fishing on fishing in this position, the opposite side of where I was fishing, because it was totally dead. Um, if you remember, we were fishing to the east of where one of the main hotspots is, and we did okay there. We got plenty. I would say in 3 days we filled five keep netfuls. You know, just a few hours each evening. But for the last 3 days, I've not filled a keep net really. Just catching tiny fish. But 2 casts ago, I got a nice bream, so I thought I'd just click on the stream button and just say hello. So let's hope we can. Let's hope it's the the start of many. So yeah, we've not been fishing long on this side. And that's the first one in 3 days. 3 proper days, real life days. That's the first one to show. Caught on pea porridge. Caught it 5 minutes ago, as you can see. So that's one of the reasons I haven't been. It's bad enough when you're catching every cast. It's still a bit boring for some. Fishing for bream is pretty laid back stuff. We'll go pick rod 3 up. Which looks like we had one on rod 2, but we do have one on rod 3 as well, so just gonna be getting some very small these white bream. And so rod 2 it wasn't. A friend gave me a tip, and I think it's a brilliant tip. Bill, he told me that if you lift your rod up and you think you might have missed it, press the R for Robert, or I don't know the alpha name for it. R for Romeo, enter. So click the R button before starting reeling, and you will know whether you've got a fish on it. You get the red warning sign on the right hand side, then just start reeling and bring the fish in, sort of thing. But if you can see your distance of, or you can see your reel speed, just put the rod back down and reset. I think that's a great little tip. It's been in the UK. It's been really warm today. In fact, I do have a dull headache. The other thing dull today has been my fishing and my headache. It's not been dull in the UK, northwest UK that is anyway. So like I say, I've only been fishing since coming back to Russian fishing since Saturday. Last Saturday, so still very new to the buttons that I need to press and things like that, but really having good fun and enjoying it. So hopefully you guys bring me a bit of luck, and and we start getting a bit of better quality common bream, hopefully. With the darkness of the line going over the shadows, I had them facing straight out, and I couldn't tell whether I were getting back. So in real life, I'd fish sideways on so I could see the real. You know, in real life, you'd walk around and look from the side, sort of thing. So you could have them aiming straight out, but you'd have to lean up, you know, sit where the reeds are and look sideways on so that you can see the tip, you know, the tips move or the line move out. So I find it easier to detect bites this way. May not look very, you know, very well set up, or they were a bit further away than usual. I could get them closer. In fact, I might put that one a bit. I'll pick rod 3 up. So what I was saying is, if you pick a rod up and you press R, you can see the retrieve speed. When there's a fish on, you get a red little flag on the right hand side. Just start reeling in and you'll get the fish, or you will have a fish on, sort of thing. So I was going to put that a bit nearer, but it looks like it's put it down in the same place. That's the sort of thing I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put a bit of bend into the rod so that you can see the tips move sideways. Like that. You see, I think it's a better detection, that. And the lines are not showing up very well. I'll pick that rod up. That's rod 1, and there's no fish on it. So I'll put the rod down and just tension up the line again. I think that's a good tip. I'll pick rod 2 up. Press the R. No bite. I'll put it down. And I won't be... That was a demonstration, really. But I won't be picking them up straight away. Or if I feel I've struck too early, I'll just check it, you know. And then I'm not going to be on too long. And if this headache gets any worse, I will be gone into the shark stream. Yeah. Just aiming for the big boulder on the other side, and then We got 1 and 3. I think. Yeah, little one. Nice little roach. I'm not after carp. The gear's pretty low. Well, it's the other 3 rods and the other 3 reels that I have in the game. So I don't want no breakages, and this is where I'm up to at the moment. So hopefully we can, you know, catch a few decent bream and buy some more gear. That's me target sort of thing. Okay. We need to set rod 2, don't we? I think it was rod 2. May have been rod 1. No, it was rod 1. Okay. Get a bit of energy up. I don't like the sound of the guy munching, but I suppose that's what we're saying like when we're enjoying our food, I suppose. We would have made some more mulled wine. Not a little bream like that. Don't mind through the day and bream like that, you know, but at night you'd be hoping for the bigger boys. If anything's on rod 1. No, so put it back down. Oh, a bit close that time. In fact, I don't like it being too close like that. They've got to have room to breathe. That's not very good, is it? The shorter rod, you see, so it's not coming in line with them. Rod 2. I won't be pressing R on every fish. On the ones what I think is a run, I will just strike. But it is slow, goodness, it is so slow. Last 3 days have been terrible, really. Tried different baits, tried different spots. No joy at all. And the maddening thing about it, I did very well, and I had £600 at one time, 600 silver at one time, but I also got through the barrier of using boilies and her rigging bait, so I stocked up with carp hooks and things like that, and got good quality carp hooks, so it don't you could get rid of the 600 the 600 silver with less than 12 hooks, you know, so that sort of thing. I just got a nice variety of starter bait and stuff, and so it wasn't a problem because 2 days before that I'd filled the net 3 times overnight with trophy, really good sized bream. So no problem, you know, I'll spend it but I'll get it back. For the last 3 days I've not had one. That's the first big bream I've had in three real days gaming. If I'd have moved to Curie, I would have probably had 1,000 silver now, but in the same time. So I'm tempted after this session just to accept my losses and just move to Curie till I hear of people catching big. You know, have a look and see the videos of people catching big. Big bream, or you know, 260 to 280 silver in a net. I nearly, the lack of concentration then, I nearly cast the swim feed down the lake in the direction of my rods instead of to my target, that boulder. That was with just getting a little waylaid with me, with what I was trying to explain, and I think that's the chub on rod 1, I think. I'll lift rod 1 up and just check, see if it's on. And it is on. And it is a decent chub, I think. I'm saying chub with the way it might not be. I hope it's a big bream, but I'm saying chub because of the, is it a carp? It's a carp. The way it was stabbing, like do, you know, the tip were going. That's a characteristic of chub bites as well. Maybe it's just, if it's a powerful fish, it just does that in the. You get 1 on 3L. I don't want carp. Got a carp on this setup. I'm saying carp, it could have been anything. Somewhat bigger than what the reel can handle, and instead of quickly cutting the line, I let it go on for a little bit too long, and I lost quite a lot of line, you know. I should have just cut the line when I realised I weren't going to be able to get it in. So that's something I will be doing. I don't like losing £50 hooks in you know, if every bite was a big carp, I'd lose a good hook every. I mean, it's quite a lot of silver, you know. An 80 silver cage, and a 50 silver hook. You know, it's quite a lot of money in one cast for the game. Anyway, mini rant over. Hey, but it's been a lovely day, and I think I've had a little bit too much sun. It's given me Give me a headache. We've always complain about it, haven't we? It's not football, it's weather's too cool, weather's too hot, it's raining, it's too sunny, too hot. I don't know. Fish aren't biting. I'll always find something I can whinge at. Well, that's not right. I think that's what's on the other one, I think. That's because I've not got points in my reel and rod. You know, when it goes off to the side like a slice in golf. I think the fish on rod 3 is taking the line, I think. We'll pick up rod 3, Rest, and we have got a fishing. Somewhere. Where is it? Over there. There we go. We do not want carp on this rod. Come on, nightfall. I had to repair the, what's the word, what they call them? It's like the brake section of the clutch section of the reel, really. Hopefully we get some nice bream once it comes night. But the last 3 days have been a real struggle. Only catching small, I'll show you my net. It looks okay, but really small quality, you know. We've just got one decent bream in. That one. That's the only decent bream I've had in 3 real days. Fishing 10-12 hours a day. And the rest have been pretty poor like this. Not even filling quarter of a net now. It's not as if you're catching all day. You're just struggling. I think somebody's got a switch and just turned them off. You know. Got the rod sideways so that I can. I had them out. I'm aiming at the rock over there. That's what I'm targeting, and I had the rods pointed at that, but I was really struggling to see the rod tip, or the line moving. So I put them out to the side, set them up sideways. Put them out to the side, then I can see the lines, and I can see the rod tips. That's something I need to see, and I would probably do that in real life if I were, if I was struggling. Fishing for carp, I've got the rods aiming straight out, but they're on a rod pop, so you have these lines on them, But it's been like this for 3 days. A bite every few minutes, and then it's that size of a bream. And no, I just clear my throat. If ever you think it's gone quiet, I've just shut the mic off so that I can keep, have a cough. I've got a bit of emphysema, and I wouldn't like to cough over the microphone to you while you're listening, so be right back. Probably be better if I didn't talk as much. You might have to enjoy the video a bit, more. But I'm just waiting for. That was the first night that we had a decent bream, just one, but I'm hoping that's a sign of things to come. And hopefully this next evening, in the next, well, say from 10 o'clock onwards, I'm hoping we have a good session. Hopefully we can get some big fish in our, big bream in our net. That's what I'm trying for anyway. Sounds like a police car. when the time is right. Okay, come on, fish. I was going to show you just somebody else had a decent bream. There's a bream, you see. That's good. He's had 2 decent breams further up. I saw one for 3 kilograms somewhere. I may be missing a few as well if I'm just viewing through it. Somewhere up here there was... He had his name was numbers, like this one I think it was. I think that racing car. But you can see it's not full of common bream. There's a nice bream. You know, these have not been coming out the last few days, so the fact that other people are catching them and you know, even though it's not full, it's just nice to see others getting them. I sped the reel up then by pressing shift. Sometimes you will lose the fish doing that if you've not got decent hooks on. But I was just trying to speed up the... Yeah. And if you press R, when you lift the rod up, you can check if the fish is still on. But it's been a lot of this frustrating, really, you know, because it looks like you got a lot of fish, and then when you put the full net in, it says like 26 silver for 100 fish. We got a bait on. That I've not set that rod. I just saw the line moving. Yeah, that's done the if you don't put points in your reel and your rods in skills, when you cast a normal cast, it'll cast to the right. So a way to avoid that, the reason I've not put the points in this time, I watched a video by M-Dog, yeah, I think it's M-Dog, great content creator, and he said you're better off putting the points in the creative side, like making ground bait and making hook baits, because you'll get more higher quality, like 9 and 10 out of 10 for bread feed and stuff, which 4 years ago when I used to play this game, some of my bread feed was only 1 out of 10, and that's the reason. Put the points in. Put the points in your creating a ground bait, and my ground baits are now been, you know, between 9 and 10. So I was saying about casting. If you've not put your points in casting, it will try to slice. I say slice like a golf shot. It will try to go to the right of that silver birch, to the right of the rock. If you lift the rod slightly and allow for it, it should go near the rock. It's not too bad, is it? So that's how to work with. Another way to doing it is just aim to the left, so that where it lands is in the position. So aim straight at the rock. How far it goes right, bring it in, move that for left, and then do exactly the same cast. It should go onto the rock every time that way. Just little tips. I mean, you probably already know. You probably know more than me. I'm struggling remembering the buttons. You know, I didn't know about the B button to go straight to lures, rather than an hour going to inventory, rod, lure, and you know, I was taking four steps instead of going straight to it. I haven't set rod 3 up. We're yapping. We've got a fish on one, I think. I think we missed that one. Yeah. Whereas if I'd have checked when I left the rod up with pressing R, I would have left it out. A little bit to the right. So the times are getting better now. We should start getting, hopefully, some decent bream. Lovely evening there. The sun peeking through the trees. Okay, something's messing with the... I can wait and see if it'll take it again, but if I lift the rod and press R, it'll tell me straight away whether the fish has took me bait. No, it's not, so put it back down and just tension up a little bit. Okay. Come on, fish. Oh, the pegs I've tried. That last one was a proper bite. It's a bream. No. Nope. It didn't bite like a bream. All them little sharp jags. That's usually bream are slow bites. You might get a knock like that, 1 or 2 knocks, and then all of a sudden it'll just go. Because it doesn't know its route, it's swimming to the next spot for eat, you know. Okay. That bite on 2 was good then. Look a bit to the right again. I'm back to front there, aren't I? Let me pick that up and do it again. A bit better than that. Yeah, put a little bit of a bend into it, so that if the fish swims towards me, the rod will straighten up. That's when I try and get a little bit of bend into the tip. It's just dragging a little bit. See, that's gone back. That might be a fish that on too. Yeah, well, if you can't settle it, if it doesn't settle, it's probably a little fish messing about. And that is a little fish. It's been like this for 3 days. Let's have a see. I think, well, bites like that, my carp or chub. I'll watch it be somewhere else this time. I'm giving up. I'm being outguessed by myself. Okay, is this rod? I forgot which rod this is now. I'll have a look. I think it's rod 2. I'm going to have to make some bream. How many have we got left? We've only 4 sets, but 42. Oh, I think there was 17 lots of that, so hopefully that's correct. Oh, sorry, this is me setup of my second rod. This is a weaker reel than main reel on rod 1, but it does the job for this sort of fishing. Actually, the speed of this reel is better for spinning speeds. I've been trying to spin with me Siberia Gold, and it's a little bit too fast to retrieve. I'm getting the, I'm retrieving on 1 and 2 sort of thing. On, for some of my lures. If you're fishing for sensitive fish, and it's going to be sensitive bites that you don't see, if you want to be carp, you would put the heavier quiver tip on, so sensitive fish what have sensitive bite, and the actual swimming away is the actual bite indication. You use the lightest, the softest, lightest quiver tip that you have in your bag. Sorry, I sounded a little bit drony now. That's with coughing a minute ago. Aha! Night has fallen, as they say. Is that the word? How they word it? Night has arrived, anyway. Let's hope they're here. Come on, fish. That's me just using me, but that weren't me. I was just going to adjust the tension on it, and in fact I'll pick that one up and see if it's got anything on it. No, it doesn't, so I'll put it back down. And now I'll put a bit of tension on the we'll keep an eye on the chat to see if anybody's catching any common carp. Oh, there's a bream. Oh, that's me. On baits like that, don't we? The bream. think it is, guys. Hey, are they? Don't want to tempt fate or whatever, however they word it. I'm not too bothered about it being slightly to the right, so that's where a lot of the feeder's actually gone. In fact, that last cast went right, so that might be where the fish are. Yeah. Well, that's a good start for the evening into the night shift. That's what we've not been getting. Attention the rod. And fingers crossed. Hopefully we can get a lot more like that. Coming back after such a long time away from a game, I'm not one of them who will like leave the game but have a day when I feel like it. If I'm on this game, it's total commitment sort of thing. But what I did do, that commitment also affects this game. I moved on to Elite Dangerous, and I went from, from start to, I did it every day for 2 years. No other games, just Elite Dangerous. And I got myself all the ships in the game, triple elite, and 16 billion credits in a fleet carrier. Then got introduced to World of Warships, did exactly the same again. 2 year every day playing World of Warships. That's how I do. That's how I prefer. I don't jump onto anything. I like grinding the game out, sort of thing. So got a lot of. I'm not very good at World of Warships. Very average. Do have good games, but also do have bad games for how many games I've had. But enjoyable, and a friend mentioned this again. I said, and I'm going after the final of England. I'm going to need something I can chill on, because I had my doubts, and S team won on the night. We just didn't attack them. We didn't attack once we got that goal. So to de-stress from all that, since Sunday I've been fishing on here every day, putting about 10 hours a day into it, maybe more. If I'm awake, I'm on it. If I'm asleep, I'm not. And I love it. I'm enjoying, because I fish from being 8-year-old to 60-year-old. Well, I'm 60 now. I've not fished for about 8 years due to ill health and a bad back. So this is as good as it gets to actual real fishing in my eyes. It's a great simulator. The fish are not right. The fish are broke in this lake. You don't get a 3-kilogram fish breaking rods, and you don't get it taking 350 metre line off. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen that. You don't need to buy reels and rods and repair reels and rods. I've got the same rods. I've got some of the same rods and reels in pristine condition through oiling and cleaning after I've been fishing, that I had 50 years ago, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're as good as the day I bought them. Well, they were as good as the day my dad bought them, But but they have to get the money somewhere, so that's an in-game mechanic, isn't it? I understand that. Very nice bite then. I hope it's a bream. Now this is my softest rod, so if it's a bream, it might be a nice one. It looks like a carp, unfortunately. Damn it. Lovely bite though, wasn't it? Straight round. And like I say, I got that fish in, but sometimes I've had fish the same size as that go crazy, like a submarine, like a nuclear submarine. I'd just like to be able to put a little bit more bend in that. About there I want it. That weren't me, that. I've released the bail line, put the bail line back and just put as much as I want in it now. Because it feels like that's on a shelf now. Out there, I'd like it. On each rod. So there's a bit of bend on it. If the hooks now get hooked and brought towards me, that rod, this one here, what's under the white icon, that rod will straighten out, it'll flick back, and I would strike at that because there's nothing else to disturb that that cage. The only way that cage can be moved is if a fish and the hook has been taken towards me, and I would strike immediately at that bite. Got a bite on this one. That's a bite, you see. I'll pick it up and see, but yeah. By saying it's a bite, I mean the tip going backwards is an actual bite, the same as a bobber going under. You know, so if you're not striking at them, you're missing. That's the equivalence of waiting for the float, the bobber to go under. If you're not striking at the when it comes back, that's a missed fish sort of. I'm going to actually drag it up to where it stops because I do like that setting. If you to find it quick. I'm not dragging anymore. It doesn't seem to have found it that time. I think it moved both at the same time, that marker then. We got a lick of movement on that one. Let's pick it up and just check. No. And we've not had many bites, but many. It's not been as good as I was hoping. We did get the 3 kilogram bream after daybreak. I would say, what's the time? In fact, it'll tell us, won't it? I'll just have a look in a minute. I'll just put some tension on this again. Can't find that ledge. I may put a bit heavier cage on so it does hold them at where I put them. Because I do want them to stay bent like that. Let's have a look. It should tell us what time. That's the good one. Local time. 356. So you see I've only got 27 silver. 356. So 2 minutes from now. Is it, we're at 56. I'll not go back, but I can't remember if it was 56. Now, hopefully that's the one. Let's see. No, it's not the big one. But we're about on the same, about the same time, wasn't it? There's a bream, I think, as well. Come on. Not a proper bream. Well, it's a, because it's a proper bream, but not common bream. It's hard work if you're not getting bites in a game. I mean, you don't want it to be auto catch all the time, you know. You do want to, you want to be able to influence the feeding and the fishing. But I think they've got it set to where that, yeah, they've coded it in that if you overfish for a fish, you need to change what fish you're going for. So they've made it so that that fish doesn't bite if so many percent of that fish has been caught within a few days. So if I'm only wanting to fish for bream, that's not fair, really. You know, that them bream have to feed every day. So then it said, well, change your bait. But you change your bait and you're getting super Arnold Schwarzenegger carp taking your line. But that evening fishing, that overnight fishing then wasn't very good. I was hoping we'd do better than that. And I have got some videos, some streams of the previous day's fishing. So if you have a look at that, you'll be able to see the difference. There is another bream pike further up that I said I would check out. That one person has streamed about and for a video on YouTube about catching 4.5 pound, 4.5 kilo trophy bream. So I may walk up there and try the next few nights on that peg. I call it peg from match fishing, but on that spot, you know. Sorry, I do seem very drony with me throat, so like, I'll be back. Or, Luke, I'm your father. I don't know whether I set that one, let's see. So, I hadn't set it. So without having taken it out and recasting, I just pressed the R button and it told me that there weren't a fish on it, so I could put it down and reset it. You got a fish on 3. And we are getting bites, we're getting regular bites, but you know, I would change hook and try and influence the site. See, that's just out of, you know, you probably get a, you know, 1.00 silver for that. Come on, fishies. We're still okay up to, you say 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, something like that. I think he said the best times are from 10 o'clock at night, 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. I think them are the times for bream. But for the big bream. But we've not done very good. And for the ones what are under 500, so from it, no, I want to mark that number. So from there, they don't give you any, they either give you any silver, like pencil, you know, or 0.10 silver. So some of them can be the ones under, the ones over 500, up below 800, don't really get much money for, so you can cut them as bait. So I would say from, I'm not too sure about the 700, but that one, I don't mean to do that, I mean to mark them. That one, no, not the roach, so only that one. In fact, we'll do it now, because it is a good way of getting you. Watch this, I'm only doing one fish, watch this, fail. So it's the 600 one I want, that one. I knew that was going to happen. I'd rather one fish for do. That's how my day's been. Last 3 days. That's how it's been. So I'm giggling here, guys, now, because I could have told. Well, I did tell you that. That's how this game. You know, the RNG's going. Screw you, man. Okay, is this a job? I'm just holding it there just in case. I've not had any, I think it's, well, I'm sure it's a carp. I've not had any bream do that. And if it is a bream, no, it's a carp. And I'm sure it'll bring, you know, a bit of money. But it's not what I'm after. I'm using money to make bream ground bait. I'm trying to target it with the, you know, the correct bait, what it wants, and I'm still not getting the fish we want. I'm not. Have a quick look, see if anybody's. Come on, roach, come on, roach. Come on, roach. I'm not sure where this actually, whether it's only a few pegs or one side of the lake or something. But there's that guy with the number for a name. He's got another. It might be the same one we saw before, but that's one very good bream there. But, and there's a good bream. So there's a couple come out, but there were 100 come out, you know. Maybe that's why it's fishing like this now. Not very good, really. But if it was too easy and fish like that all the time, I mean, you'd have to go to a stock fishery to get constant bite rates, you know. But then you're paying to fish that lake. You're buying bites in real life. I mean, you go to a fishery, carp fishery or anything like that, you are paying to guarantee getting bites. I mean, the really top ones, what's only got like whatever 40 specimen fishing, you know, you could come away without getting a fish, but that's where your big money is, and you know, that's where the skill in fishing is and that. But for the normal course fishing venue, they'd put like 1,000 carp in. Them carp will mature and mature and mature. Then they'll check the bite rate stocks and see, because you don't want, you know, too many fishing. You want the fish to be happy. You don't want them to be scrambling and to get food. You know, you want a happy fish, really. Pick one up and check the no, so that's not on, so put that back down. I can, where's my rods? So I've picked one up and that's 2 there. I got £1 for every time I press 0. If I got £1 for every time I press O instead of 0 to put my rod down, I'd be rich. But I've done it over 100 times since that day. Nice bream. We wanted 1 or 2 in front of that. But it's frustrating because I was trying to, looks like we got bait on one. I was trying to, I thought I'd hit a good thing, you know. I've struggled since starting the game. I started the game when it was written in Russian. I fished it 9 months. I'm not Russian, and I'm just a lad from UK, near Manchester in UK. And because I love fishing and fishing games, fished Fish Sim 2 and things like that, and the carp dark eye. But I wanted so much to get into this game and start fishing that I actually downloaded the Russian version, which come out earlier than. If I wanted to play the English one, I had to wait 9 months till they'd done all the translation. That was too long for me. I couldn't. So I installed the Russian game, played for about a week, bought a rod, and because I didn't understand what the buttons, what the words said on the buttons, when I opened the rod to view the rod, to close the window, I clicked at what would be on the right hand side, or for English people usually it is exit sort of thing. I clicked the button and discarded my rod, what I just bought. I threw it away. So it took me another 2 weeks to get the silver to buy the same rod back. So that was my start in Russian fishing pole. But after that, it's plain sailing, isn't it? But I've always struggled because I like buying other parts of the things in the game. So if I make 50 silver, I'd spend some on food, some on tackle, some on ground bait. The day had gone and I'd have no silver to show for it. But on Saturday, a friend showed me fishing for these bream here, and I managed to actually get 2 keep nets full and have my first 500 silver, in a long while. And a lot less grinding than how it took me to get this gear. That's why I've only got 3 rods and 3 reels. It's I do have spinning rods, but no reels from. It's quite hard, and I'm not in a position that I can buy my setup to start. I don't work, and I'm a bit disabled with me back and that, so I'm not earning at the moment. So it's going to be all grind, guys. All grind. It looked like that line would go in on its own then. On this rod, and I think it is. I'm going to pick it up and try it forward. And I'm wrong. It looked like it had gone further up there. You see where it is? I didn't cast it there. The fish must have took it that far. But I've enjoyed, 3 or 4 years ago, if you look in me Twitch or Yahoo, I've got some nice videos of me using top water lures on. Forgot the name of it now. And I've not put ground bait in it. Cage. Volkov, is it? Volkov River. The deep pools in there. I've got some nice videos from that time and that patch of catching that 3 or 2. I think that's 2 and 2. Oh, look at this. It'll take me a second to get this started. Bream mix. I am fishing a pretty big hook, but with this setup, this is what was catching before. I could go, smaller hook. May get more bites, but I think I'd also get smaller fish, Okay. I didn't want to do that actually then. There's the fish on. tempted to try an heavier cage, but I tried it yesterday and the cage didn't. It still dragged, you know, with the heavier cage on, which it shouldn't do. It should make it stick on the ground. So. I think there used to be a log what you could fall off near here on the top corner. I'm sure there were. I think there's a log somewhere where if you walk on the log and fall in, it spawns you at the fullbit. I don't know whether that were a glitch and you know, been fixed now, but it was a way of like transporting to the transporting to the forward quickly. You still had to run back. Actually, I don't think it is there. I think it's on the other bend. In fact, if I have a look, it's when I was fishing. It's when I was fishing. That's too rod into the middle. When I was fishing. Go on, say it, Ed. My brain gets so far, and then I'm still in the processing stage of what I'm trying to say. Okay. I'll try again. It's when I was fishing. There was a peg around here to fish corner of the island of that. I think it may have been that fishing into that hole. So you're not running too far, but I think about here there's a little log sticking up. And there is one, you know, the train bridge. Say this was Volkov and the town's here. Where the train bridge is, there's a couple of little pegs like this with pallets for mooring boats up before it goes to the bend to go under the train bridge. The first little bit of peg and the two pallets, if you go to the just other side of that pallet, there's a little tree. It just looks like a piece of telegraph pole. If you walk off that and walk off the end, it takes you all back to the town. And then, trouble is, your boat's still there. But if you buy another boat or get another boat, you can do the same again, you know. And then when you restart the game, all the boats are up here anyway. But it saved a lot of time, you know, when you were wanting emptying it, and you'd go down, you know, you'd fast travel to there and then go. That's on pretending this. Actually, it's wrong what I've just explained. On Volkov, the turbines are up here, aren't they? I've got that wrong way around. I will put turbines here and going down that. Sorry, if the turbines was here and the train bridge is here, this little spot would have been there, not there. That's where the little town is opposite, and they've got some like a storage, you know, like freight storage, metal tins, what you see on them big tankers. They've got two there, and inside there, one of them the spoiler here about moonshine, so you don't want to know. It might not be in game now, but on Volkov, right across from where the town is, the other side of the lake, there's a little town, and two storage tin storage units. In the red one, I think it is. If you click E on that, you can buy moonshine. You used to be able to do. Cheap, like, 120 silver for a bottle. I don't know if the price has gone up since I fished a few years ago. But I've got videos of it, and videos of me having a drink of it and probably having about 1,000 bottles of moonshine. I went a bit crazy. I think not 1,000. I think about £200 worth when it were all there. So I had about 200 bottles then. And the reason I'm telling you all this is because the fishing is so bad. It's I really should go back to Curie. I nearly said back to bed then. I don't know. You're joking, is that what it is? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I said one. Goodness me. Hiya, mate. Hiya, the fertilizer. Goodness. That's what I paid for it, 120, and I bought 200 silvers worth. And I was necking it down as well and getting some good trophies. If you look on me YouTube or thing, I'm not a real. Wow, something I've noticed in I'm not sure if I told you off Liza, but I used to fish this every day for 2 years, and stopped playing about 3 years ago, I think it is, because I've got videos from about 3 years ago. But I think I only dropped on to try some new topwater lures, and I weren't actually fishing it proper. But I hadn't fished for 3 years. I went on Elite Dangerous and went on World of Warship, and I really grind one game. I don't play other games. So something I've noticed since starting back, they have a moonshine still in Burg. It's more than what I thought it were, but it's buyable, and I'm wondering if that's something you thought about buying, or whether it actually is worth getting it to make your own moonshine. I've only been back since Saturday. Probably next weekend, if I start grinding the bream. The bream has been terrible. 3 days I've hardly had oh, is that where it is? 2,000 silver. Which, when I first come on here, it would be Monday. If we say 5 days. 5 days ago, I fished 2 days in real life, and I was filling the nets with trophy bream. For the last 3 days, real life days, I've not had anything over 900 grams, really. I've just got a 3.2, I think a 3. I don't know where it was. Let's have a look. This is about two full in-game days, where I've got one decent fish in here. That one. And that is the only fish over 1 kilo I've had in 3 days, fishing the same technique that 5 days ago I was getting 280 silver or something around that average. Not more than 280, that was probably the top, but averaging between 250 280 silver, and regular nightly, filling net sort of thing. So I struggle. As soon as I get the silver, I've already got something to buy it for. I'm terrible. So I actually had over 600 silver, which is good for me, and it unlocked the her rig, So, what do I do? I've got boilies, I've got carp hooks, I've got braided line. I bought the leader maker, and I've got 27 silver. Yeah, 2,000 silver for the still to make the moonshine. I'm thinking I need a rod. I only have these 3 rods for bottom fishing, so I think that's like a luxury that I can't go for at the moment. But I was wondering if you'd thought about it, and yeah, it did. I mean, maybe it is in the. It were dearer in the shops, but I think it were only about 240, something like that. If you heard what I was saying about Volkov, you probably know, but across Volkov, if I bring that map up again, it's not Volkov River. How can I do it? This is not Volkov River, but if these were the turbines up at the top, and there's a gap between the islands, isn't there? From the main town centre where you spawn in, across the lake, the river, down here there's a little town, and a bit on the shoreline, there's 2 like haulage storage metal containers. You know the big square containers what you see on the big transport ships, where they stack them really high and they're all coloured square boxes and stuff. Well, they've got 2 on that bank. They've got 2 on the Volkov bank, just to the northwest of that town. And in the red one, you press E on that red container, you can buy, or you could buy, moonshine for 120. And it were 214 shops, I think, then, something like that. Oh, you brought 800 yesterday. Oh my goodness! But it's still worth it. You're still getting the better bites, and it's still a part of the game. Getting pissed and fishing pit. I tell you what, I did do. You probably laugh at this. I've got used to going like I'll go into. I'm still learning me. To this, what I did, I'll do it with tea instead of, not that one. It's this one. I'll do it with tea instead of mulled wine. I put mulled wine in me quick selection so I could keep me topped up being tipsy. Well, that's tea now, but imagine this as mulled wine. I think it's not that one, it's the next one. So imagine this as mulled wine. So I got like 6 shots of mulled wine. This screen were doing this. And it did it for about 20 minutes. I give up. It were doing that for 20 minutes. In game. Like that. I do apologise. I'm just remembering you're watching this. So I will I've learnt my lesson with that, and I take my time with it now. I'm not sure what the optimum is. Are you supposed to be drunk or tipsy? I think it was 1 drink of. There used to be a lady of games used to. I don't know if she's still involved with the game or not, but lady of games used to talk to that Jean in a question Q&A, and oh, it's that one. She used to talk to Gene. I think he's either a top owner or a top developer or something like that. And they used to get a few tips off him and that. And he was saying you'll get the better fish if you fish with the influence of alcohol. That's why they're in game. and he were on about the champagne. Is the champagne really worth that? And I think KP Shimino was showing he was getting pike on curry, and he would drinking the really expensive champagne, and then within a couple of casts, he got like a 15 kilogram pike on, and I've never had anything take me what's that big, but I've never had a bottle of champagne, so I probably never will. Yeah. Thanks for dropping in, Arthalizer. The Arthalizer. I'm having loads of fun, but it's been so bad the fishing, and I've been looking in. You know, is there a time that? Oh, I'm sorry. I've got more. I didn't know I had to click down on the messages. I can't pronounce your name, but thank you so much. Is it a fish? I do apologise. My eyes are bad. Somebody else in chat. So thank you so much for. I wonder if I can copy that and put it back. If I can put that back in, I will. Let's see. You'll know what it says. It's not letting me do it. So it's just going to take me a minute to read this, catch up with chat, because it's summertime. I've been really struggling because you're supposed to be tipsy. Thank you so much, the Arthalizer. The medicine for the cure. Oh, they didn't. I don't think they had that. Or I didn't know about it. The medicine for the cure, being drunk, is like I've seen it. I wondered what I thought they were steroids for bringing them big fish in. I'm making me own like making it up as I go along the game, sort of thing. I don't know if you knew. I installed the game or knew about the game 9 months before it was actually translated into English, and I love fishing that much that I persevered and installed the Russian version. Didn't know any Russian, couldn't copy and paste it, and it was a bit too hard to like type in a word, which I should have done, because I fished for first 2 weeks, got enough to buy a rod, bought the rod, and then tried to look at my rod, and instead of translating them 2 words, I discarded my brand new rod what I bought. So that was an hard lesson. See, we're drunk for your energy doesn't come back. I didn't know that. Oh, sorry, my in-game name is Ed's Music. ED. In fact, I'll type it in. Is it capital? Let's have a look. Said new. I'm sure it's capital. Yeah, it's actually there on the chat. It's my name. And if you want to know why I come up with that name, it's I play guitar from being about 15-year-old. I got in a few bands and loved my music and that. So that was. I tried to put normal K on, and somebody had already got it on YouTube and things like that. So that's me. I think that's my YouTube channel. I think. Where is it? I'm just if I've gone quiet. I think you can still hear me. If I go quiet, I'm clearing my voice. I've got a bit of, like I had a ding. I don't even know what that means. I hope it's good. New message. I didn't know what it meant. Oh my goodness. Is that what I think it is? Oh, what you like. The authorizer, what you like. Goodness. Oh, cheers. What a star. I deserve this with the last 3 days of fishing. Let me have a look what you've sent me. Thank you so much. I'd send something back if I were. You have to be premium, don't you? I do apologise. That's lovely of you. I'm touched. I'm really happy, if you know what I mean. How do you add a person as a friend? Off Liza. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, good buddy. That's beautiful. Thank you. I don't know how to add a friend. I hope you don't mind me asking. Is it like? Thank you so much for that. Is there a button here that you have to? Their profile. I got messages read. I think I accidentally did that on one of my friends, and it took me ages to. So I don't know. Oh, would it be that? No, it's not that. Anyway, let's have a see what the moonshine looks like, and we've got to thanks so much, the fertilizer. Let's have a look. I'm excited. You made an old man very happy. Let's have a see. Watch me take ages to get down to. I think they're down at the bottom, aren't they? Drinks. There's the drinks in there. Let's have a see. We go down here like this. I think this is how we used. I forgot everything I did 3 years ago. It's like learning everything now from. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful, mate. Thank you so much. And you spent all your money yesterday on that. Wonderful. I don't want to waste it now. Not when they're not biting. That's lovely. Thank you so much. I've been thinking of going back. I do have 2 boat passes, and what I'd come across. Let me show you this. I like top water fishing on Cura, isn't it? And I've been having good success for the pike with this set. The gold one they really like. I do okay on that, but the gold one is the one what does best. I have had bites on these as well. All this were 5-star. It used to be. I don't know where it shows the gold. They used to be 5-star. They might have been adjusted now, but these I think are new. These weren't in, and like I say, I've been getting some silver with the bream, but I've been spending them on these new topwater lures, and these 2 trolling. Believe it or not, I put 1 on each rod. And I'm looking back, and there's no walking the dog, there's no movement on the water. Sometimes when you're doing a bend with the with the boat, it does make a little wake, you know, like you would do with fly fishing. It just makes a little wake through the, but most 95% of the time, the water is totally still. There's no walking the dog or nothing. These two, that one was catching 7 trout at Titchar, all the lake trout, and just by driving, it caught at day and it caught at night, and I got over 200 silver just driving them around the donut. There's a donut sort of place just to the, have they got it? It would be, if I've got the map right way up, can't think now how they show the map. If they show the map with the town at top, it's to the west. There's like a circle of deeper water, like a donut. It looks like a circle, like a darker grey circle, to the west of the island. I've just been driving around there, and every 3 go round the island to the top, and then back down to the donut. And every time I got, there's a number 3 on one of the squares. I think it's the depth of water. Where that number 3 is, every time my boat passed there, I got a couple of 7 trout. So that's a nice tip to know. These are really good. And where the pike, if you fish for pike anywhere on spinners, in I call it Pike Corner, these are okay for taking pike off top. I've not tried changing the hooks to bigger hooks or anything, but they're very, very light, and I've got a very, very heavy spinning rod. But I wanted to share that with you. Them are really good, and they have been working here. They have been working on. I've been fishing. I've lost all track of. I bet that fish is on just because I've been gifted a. You do know I'm going to get drunk sometime with that now, don't you? And we're night time again, so we're in the right time. Oh, thanks for letting us know that. The Dogger Crank number 10, it's blue. I'll pick one of them up. Thank you so much again. You've got 80 buckles. Brilliant. So, of course, if it's like, how much did he say? £10 odd, yeah. Right. But obviously you think it's worth it. Goodness. I've got a video somewhere, you'd laugh. I think I got 200 buckles. You've got 800 buckles. Oh my goodness. So if I see somebody out of the side of the bank, I'm only joking, wobbling about, I know which address to take them up to. All right. I don't know how exactly how it should be used. I need to. I'm going to screenshot that chat. No, I've screenshot that fish hunter. I need to get onto that page and then. Okay, I've got the information about the Dogger Crank number 10. It's blue, and you should drink before you bring the fish. Oh, you should drink before you bring in the fish. If that, or drink before you weigh the fish. Yeah, I think I get that. It's to enhance the catch, isn't it? Or is it before it's on the hook? And as you can tell by listening to me off Liza, I forgot all I know. I used to know. Where's my rock gone? Hey, I know your time's precious and you think, but I really appreciate you coming on on you know, feel free to, you know, enjoy your night anyway. But I really appreciate the drink and your information you just give me. Superb, mate. Thank you. I've not fished Volkov since reinstalling the game on Saturday, but I did get a lot of pleasure. Um, 4 years, yeah. Well done. I played about 2 years solid. Well, I played it from the start, and then a friend got me into Elite Dangerous, and I'm one of them who, now I'm playing this game, I've stopped playing World of Warcraft. World of Warship, sorry. I'm, when I get into a game, I like totally focus on that game, and I'll be able to grind it and get the things I need without thinking of another game, sort of thing. It's really weird. But if you've been, do you stream off Liza, or do you have any videos? I would drop by and say hi and things like that if you've got a streaming name. If you ever, you know, if you ever stream or do videos, you know, I'd follow and comment and things. Yeah, one. I get more pleasure not jumping. Oh, well, well, if you ever do, drop by and let me know, and I'll. As you can see, I'm not a proper. This is for my pleasure. I actually do get pleasure with making a bit of a journal of, if I can help anybody as well. You just helped in chat. That will help a lot of people who read that chat. Yeah, goodness, 3 accounts. Oh goodness. And to have 3 accounts, is that so that you can jump to different places, and you know. Brilliant, you. This is me. This Half-Life. I'm just. I'm not actually sure where I'm up to. I've lost train of thought, but um, it's not far. I'm so happy, you know, to get the information. I will. I will be going on a bit like I like games one at a time. I was going to really try and craft, because you used to be, as the day's been speeded up, because the night times don't seem as long as they used to be, whether it's a summer thing. And I see, I'm with you. Brilliant. Wow, level 43. Goodness, I'm only level 44, level 24, and I was fishing like 3 days, and it never seemed to move. I was really disheartened, but I think I've done some crafting and some making baits and ground baits and things, and I think that's made it. Is leveling up the XP from everything that you get? Like, you get some for catching a fish, you get some for, so it's what you do in game. Wow, level 43, that's awesome. If I show you, this is the gear. This is all I've got. This is the gear I got. I mean, them are probably not very good. This is the gear I got, and stopped playing 3 to 4 years ago. I thought it were, I think I come back to make a video on top water fishing because they brought some new lures out. But I think I stopped fishing about 4 years ago, and this is as far as I got, to level 24. And these are my 2 heavy duty trolling, what's the word? Trolling spinning rods, and I have brought 2 little rods. I brought one of them on Burg actually, and the fish that weren't that big. I brought one of them, and this is my best reel. I've only one of them, and what I do to put it on my spinner, I take it out of there and I swap it and put it on here. Can you see how it's nearly set? I put the gold onto that one, and I put the orange reel onto this one. So I've got like 2 ways of. I really need to start saving silver, and I thought I was doing really good 5 days ago, but for the last 3 days it's dried up on Burg. Is there something happening to... Oh my god, 90 million from 40 to 41. Oh goodness. I saw something tonight. I don't know whether somebody like you might be interested actually. Tonight I got a message in chat. I'm not sure if I can go that far back actually, but I still have the person open on Twitch. It was I don't know if you can see me screen. Let me go see how far to let me go back. There was like a yellow writing from the devs, I think it were. I don't think it'll let me go as far. Right, it's not. Okay, no problem. I'm just having a look what it was called. There was a content creator's Twitch stream open. I'll get you the name in a second. But there was fishing on the Twitch channel. While that person was fishing, she was actually running a competition for and somebody of your skill would be able to. I'll just get you the name and then you know about it. Let me. It was on Twitch tonight. I'll be able to find it. Expected to be a maelstrom. That's the one. Let me try and read the name. I might be able to show you the screen actually, and you can. Well, that's gone dark. I don't know why that's gone so dark. I've got this on a second screen. I can hardly read it. Let me make it a bit bigger. Right. Let me get me. Okay. That lady, how's that coming through? I'm not sure if you can see it. They run a competition, and one thing I don't know how to do, not that I'm good enough anyway, but one thing I don't know how to do is how do you enter these? How do you enter these comps they have? I'll just fast forward it now so that way. Not sure if you can hear if it's doing any talking. Let me see. Is this the one? This isn't the one. She must have done another one. Tricky everywhere. I'm sure it was this one.
And good afternoon everybody joining. So today is Callum's mystery giveaway and we're going for the Amur. catfish. That's why we're here.
It's not that one.
We're gonna have a little what's it called? Yeah.
Not that one. Let me see if. So that's the person anyway who was running. I got the advert in the chat. Does it show previous stuff? Six hours ago. This must be it. That Brett Caviar Day event. Come join us for comps prizes, and so this is the sort of thing it were, and I think you'd be brilliant at it. I'm not sure if you can see that that's the size of, and all these people are entered, you see, and what they did, they went to, I'll fast forward a bit, they went to different waters. Let me see. They went to they were on Burg, but these things here were the targets, I think, and what you could win. And with not being able to buy stuff myself, I thought, the light bulb sort of went over the top of my head. Ding! I said, hey, I might be lucky and get a pike close to that weight. You have to get the pike close to that weight, but not catch any more pike, or else whatever your next fish is writes that one away. So you get the targets in, and then further up here she gives the prizes away. Who won?
Who did we shoot today?
I've got some bites I can hear.
We took a day off from shooting people. We shot in the air.
Try and find. I think they started the nets. So I was very interested with that. I made a follow. They went up to Burg Lake and she made another competition, and that were for gold. So I went, ding! I said, Eureka, I've found my way of getting a new rod and reel.
Right, okay, make sure everybody's ready. Time waits for nobody, so we are going to do this. I'm not sleeping, am I? Right, are we ready, people? I'm steady.
I thought this were good.
Go.
I'll catch them fish. So it's like a match, and it's all in, sort of thing. So yeah, how do you enter that? That was my question. I don't think they'll mind me streaming it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll stop that stream if you've got the username of that person, because I mean it might not interest you.
That mirror, and you go and get like a 20-kilogram mirror, then that's what's going to show.
I can't read your text, by the way. I'm using that monitor for share this to you. But I thought that were interesting, and I've never. It didn't have competitions when I used fish, so I've no idea how the comps work and that. And I used to match fish in real life. Won a few matches,
First time.
So I do like that side of grinding a match out and totally concentrated for 5 hours, and and
stuff anyway.
No, it's not that bad.
target some silverfish at the beginning and then move on to your bream once they've moved on to your swim, sort of thing, in a match, and see if they're there. Okay, right, I'm going to get my chat back up, because if you've said anything, then I want to get it up without losing it. No. Oh, where are you? All right. I've just come back into the chat, so I'm going to have to catch up with what you've said. When it comes 26 is ultralight,
Oh, thank you.
43 is the big light.
Don't
I'm
forget,
with you.
if you're sub, you can give me-
Brilliant.
get your name
Yeah, it is.
and
Level
your
40
name
to
and
41, you
sub
need
and
90 million.
your
Oh, Denise, I know. Yeah.
Mum,
Well, I was fishing on this site. Sorry, on that peg,
that's where we put
and it
our
come with
announcements,
like a
pictures,
dev's
in there.
announcement saying
Oh,
prizes,
that's
gifts.
also where every
Check
Saturday we have our
this
community
stream
night.
out, and I left it on my first screen, and I was watching it while I was fishing. It looked really, really good, you know. And she deserves. She sounds a nice lass. She's from UK like me, and so she can't be all that bad. and yeah, and there were plenty on the site, and it was good. So I don't know if you know at the front of that. If I still got it on at the front of that, maybe not. Let's have a look. Was it that one? I think it's that
Oh,
one.
there ain't no danger, is there? Me catching nearest the weight of fish. Helps if my rod moves.
Let's just move it back a bit. There was a point where I was actually can't actually see it proper, but there was a point where it said latest follower Headbanger. So I'm Headbanger on Twitch. Actually, there'll be some of the old. I'm Ed Music on YouTube, and Headbanger, EDDBANGER, Headbanger, but with EDD. I'm called Eddie, so that's where I've got the E and double D for the Headbanger. With my music, and play guitar, a bit of rock. That's where the Headbanger bit comes in, but it's my name as well. Is it say it there?
That's why.
Oh. Do you know I can't read that off my monitor?
So that means in the
Does it say it
competition,
there?
that'll be
Where is it?
the biggest size perch.
I can't. It seems faded out at the top. I don't know because I'm watching it. So what?
Mobile 6 is one.
I can't see what's under the.
You know, I'm a bit shocked at the Teo. Usually by now it's killing it.
I think it says Headbanger. It did, yeah. Top of that, or above. It just says. It said it for a minute there. Headbanger, yeah. New follower, Headbanger.
Today has been very good. Plus
New follower, Headbanger. Yay! So I watched a bit of this and
18, yeah.
Wow.
really good, and I think this is a friend who's on with her. So it was like listening Coronation Street. I don't want to offend anyone because they're lovely ladies, but it was like a session from, you know, like a session from.
You know what? I'm never gonna moan about being cold again.
You know, a listening chinwag. It was like there was in queue for in queue for something, and oh yeah, full. You know that price of law for in Tesco's. It's that sort of thing, you know. And all this time, I couldn't do this. She's chatting away. All this time, she's bringing in pike and stuff. I'm struggling for put my rod down on my game, you know. So yeah, and they said they're going to run another. This was the Caviar Day event, and so I don't know how to get into them events. I will be able to do a bit of searching online and find it out. So I thought I'd share that with you. Actually, the people who are in chat, I think there's only a couple, but they probably won't leave that on now. If anybody wants to watch this, it's on Denise's channel on. So you can see the name there, XLLX, Denise XLLX on YouTube, on Twitch, and give her a follow. I'm Headbanger, EDDBANGER, and I don't have many followers, but there's some Russian fishing forum old videos of me on Volkov. You'll see me stashing me 200 bottles of I look like I've found like a secret treasure, because I do have it somewhere on one of the videos. I do have it when I first found out. I land there by boat, and by accident actually walked past it, and the E like highlighted. So that was really, really good. Okay, sorry guys for a good effort. Put me chat back up because I can't talk to her. Oh, let me get my chat up. Okay, but good on her. Well done, Denise. Anyway, so that's a chat, and lovely. So I need my.
So come on then, you lot.
I need my chat back up.
Tell me about any blue tags, anything
Oh,
like that?
I best check my rod. So I couldn't see chat for that.
I remember being told.
Right, let me catch up. Check your rod. Yeah, got it. Oh, I'm glad you got it. Yeah, no problem, and thank you so much, buddy. You're the offline on Twitch. I think I've still got it open. Let me just.
I'll have a pub team soon.
I can get to it. There we go. The.
Green from the pond into, but nice.
Is that right? I was spelled.
Oh, do you know? Then tell to me about Buffalo. We did a comp there and streamed.
That looks like it. Is that it, buddy? Where's the thing again? The R-flies on Twitch. And Kingfisher 50. Kingfisher used to actually fish on. He was on Volkov when I'm on Volkov doing. Kingfisher 56 was on Volkov when I was catching salmon in the. What's it called? I think it's a six deep hole on the far side of Volkov River, and he was bragging up. I was watching his video. I was, yeah. So he's in my videos, but and he's on when I'm fishing, and he was catching loads of fish. So I actually added him. I'm sure I've got him. They're that in game. Yeah, that's it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's it. Means that's your Twitch name. Can you tell I'm not used to? I'm not very good at things. Right, that's it. Let me get to Twitch and add a good follow to here. Did I unfollow? No. Have I already followed? I might have been follow. I must have clicked follow. Unfollow. That's following, isn't it? I don't need to touch anything. I must be already following you. Or do you know I might have just clicked it without knowing? But brilliant. And your videos and stuff are there. And do you move your stuff from here to YouTube, like upload them? And I think that's what I've been doing. I think Twitch started, unless you're like premium. I'm not free. I think Twitch started deleting my stuff away, even though I said save me content and that. So I'm only playing at it. I'm not really a good. So Kingfisher and are they on? I might be Kingfisher 56. Is that in game or in Twitch? 56. I think I'm probably already following him. Oh no, I'm not. Follow. So you can thank Kingfisher 56 and tell him You've got him a follow. Who was the other one? You don't do YouTube, I think. They're in game, are they? Foxtrot 6. I'll just see if they're on Twitch where I'm at it. Just to see. And if it's not them, or go to I've not even spelt it right. How the hell's that? Got somebody up. Fox. It double T. Don't think it is it? Let's try to say, let's make sure. Let's try 6, not all the single T's. Okay. Lovely. So when they turn on notifications, I thought I'd already got them. Have I got yours notified? Just make sure. I think yours will notify me, I think. But that one didn't. Kingfisher's on offline. Lovely. Okay. I can minimise that now, and I've actually got that up. So I'll go back to game now. But Offlizer, please feel free to just shoot off whenever you, I appreciate you've been with me, and your information has been invaluable, so it's wonderful that I know what lure to try. I did a screenshot. I'll be reading the chat back on the screenshot. So my eyes have got bad, I can't even see. So we're daytime again, and we've managed finally to get back into the game. Thank you so much, Offlizer. Brilliant info. And so your three accounts are for different light fishing, and in fact, I'll just read your chat again, just in case I've missed anything. Something I'm not used to is keeping up to speed with chat. I think I upset somebody the other day, and I had no intention at all to do that. It was just I was immersed in the game. We just came back in the game, and it must have been 5 minutes. I'd not looked at the chat, and one person had said hello, hi guys, hello, sort of thing. A lovely person, but a few minutes later he's come on again. Do you not read your chat? And I that was the first one I read, and I said, oh, I'm so sorry, I said I'm just getting back into streaming and I missed your chat. So hi, thank you, for watching. It didn't stay long. My fault. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, I do a lot of even something I forgot, but I've remembered now for myself. My memory is not that good at remembering what cafe orders, and when I installed the game, I was looking at the cafe orders, going back to my peg, and then it twigged. I know I used to take a screenshot every morning. I start the game, I take a screenshot of cafe orders, and then it's just open the screenshot, and even have it on a separate monitor, just minimized, so that I can just bring it up. And that's something I do religiously. I do a screenshot of that, so that I know what my target is for the day. If I end up going for something, I pull my rods out. So you're wonderful. I will ask if you're online, or or anything. Or now I'll be able to message you in game if I need to ask something, won't I? I think what you do is because I didn't. I've got a friend on here, and I managed to blacklist him, but I couldn't add him as a friend unless they stop doing that now. As long as you know where to message. Oh, is that you, Foxtrot? Also, hold on. Let me get it right. So, the authorizer in my game is Foxtrot 6, and that's you on YouTube, on Twitch as Foxtrot. You are the authorizer on Twitch, but you also have an account as Foxtrot 6. Yeah, I'm not working authorizer. I did be back in about 20 years ago, and I did manage to work up to just recently. Yeah, I thought it were. So you to get a message to you, I would click on your name, and then, of course, yeah, that's where you're. That's lovely. Thank you, authorizer, for that. So I'm just putting it. You'll get a lot of typos off me. I am terrible for putting typos in. And what it is, I type it in, press enter, and then I check what I've sent. And all the times I've... Don't ask. And that'd get a message to you, and you'd see it in your message box. So that's wonderful. So I don't need to add you as your messages. I'll always be able to find you through messages. I don't. Even if there is, I don't know a way of adding you as a contact. I'm sure they used to add as contacts before. All right. Oh, lovely. And this is helping me because I had no interaction with anybody else, you know, so it's lovely to have a friend in game, and brilliant. Thank you so much again. And if I'm talking to you on this, I'll thank you, Foxtrot, because I probably can't spell the alphabet. Just off back of my head, if I've not seen it in right, I will be able to. I'm just pulling your leg. But yeah, brilliant. So thank you for explaining that. Thank you for that. That's lovely. Especially how much you spent for it. I owe you a tenner. I'll get you one back when I've made my first. When I make my first 1,000 silver, yours will be the first tenner above it. I'll send you 2 back for the one you sent me. Really appreciate it. Lovely that. Thank you so much. And what time are we on? Yeah, I'm not looking at time for packing in streaming. I'm looking at time for what to do on the... I'm really confused with this water. Is it, you know, when they say, I hope you can hear me okay and it's not too loud. You know when they say you have to rest the water or rest the spot? I've struggled for the last 3 days catching any bream over a kilo. I could have gone to cure it because I'm after making silver and made more silver. Sorry, I've closed my messages, haven't I? All right. So I've been notified by a ding ding, and then I know. Okay. Right then, I owe you 3, but this is going to get expensive. Oh, you've got me giggling, Arthur. Thank you so much, sir. Really, really appreciate it. You do realise I'm going to be wobbling around the banks now for the next few days. That's great. When you know the fish is out, take a drink. So what I do is I'll have to remember I've took the tea off the easy button, but if I have it on a 4 or a 5, if I'm right, that's what I'm thinking, right? Isn't it? Thanks again, Arthur. You're too kind, mate. So is it that? So what I could do now is I'll have to remember it's not my tea and take 5 drinks, but I could put that into there, and if I've heard correctly or grasped what you're saying, is if you've got a decent fish on, press number 4. We're at number 4. Press number 4, and it'll give me a drink of that, and it'll help me with the. It gives you points, doesn't it, for XP points, and is it higher chance of being a trophy? I would have thought it had already chose whether it were a trophy once you duped it, but maybe I don't. Maybe it doesn't, you know. So I suppose one big question I'm concerned about now is there anywhere where you can find what's the hotspot, and if the whole, it looks like is this text the whole of Old Burg, or is it just the section of players in the server where I am? Because nobody is catching. For the last 3 days, nobody's caught any big bream, and that's the reason I'm at Burg for. Because a friend of mine said, "I think you make more silver farming bream," and for the last 3 days, I've really struggled catching them. One question I would have is this a nerf, or is this a regular occurrence where you have to maybe leave the water for a week and come back when the bream's feeded again? Is there some sort of switch off and on that the developers do to rest if too many people are farming bream, they want them to fish other places? You know, have they switched the bream off in Burg, the trophy, the fish over one? You know, that would be my question. Oh, congratulations, mate! You made the retirement. So the next you know, next 40 year, 35 year is going to be plain sailing. You get your feet up, get your go shopping, get your spend a bit, spend what you spent on your moonshine, and get yourself some comfy slippers, so that, you know, if you smoke, get a pipe. You know, you all these things to do. Do you fish in real life, off Liza? I was 60 this year. I turned 60. 60 in age. I'm about 12 in intelligence, you know. But brilliant. Pleased to meet you anyway. Off Liza, or Foxtrot 56, was it? Let me have a look. Foxtrot 6, wasn't it? Yeah. Brilliant. Messages. Brilliant. It was real fishing 3 times a week. Oh, that's awesome. I can't sit on basket longer. Can't carry my gear to the water's edge now with me back. It's unoperable, but at least I can I fly sideways after about 20 minutes. If I'm vertical for 20 minutes, or my lower back goes numb, it feels like when you've had an injection in your near your chin for teeth for any of your front teeth you've ever had a dental injection. When it swells and you tap it, that nervy feeling. All my back goes that like that, and then it goes so that I can't feel it, but I can hardly breathe then, and I'm like hobbling to try and get. So if I lie on my side, my left side, it's probably called the couch potato position. If from vertically after 20 minutes, if I lie on my side, it feels like rushing water. All the pain I can feel rush from my back down my legs, and I can start breathing proper again, and the pain and the numbness slowly subsides, sort of thing. So I love fishing. I've still got all my gear, full cart set up, full max set up, fly fishing, a few beach casting rods, done it all, loved it. Unfortunately, over the last 10 years, I've not been able to work with what's happened, and my partner's retired. She's on pension credit, so it's really hard. So I can't put any money into games, but I can have fun with them, and I'm having so much fun. And hey, I've got a bottle of moonshine later on, so I'm a very happy camper, sort of thing. Oh, you can see a river from your window. But a minute, are you in the? Where are you, Liza? Oh wow, awesome. Oh well, I'll tell you what, you deserve it. If you've worked your whole life and you have a house looking over a river, you deserve it. That's there for you, mate. We just, this is your world, this is your life. We're just characters in it, We just, we just make up, fill the blanks and sort of thing for you. So you enjoy your long retirement, and you were catching fish at 100. When you're 100, if for your 100th birthday, if you reach 100, you've got to go to catch a core salmon, and bring a core salmon, and so get somebody to hold your belt from your back, when it hooks. But that'd be good. 100th birthday in Alaska, catching core salmon. So one question with this Burg, I think there's a switch what's gone switched off, because there's none of the pegs producing bream that I know. I've tried to look online at people streaming. Nobody's getting bream. Is there a time once the people know the bream have gone off, do they go like, right, leave it a week now, don't bother with Burg for a week? Is there, as a friend, suggest to me, are they going to switch on eventually, or do I need to think about going another water and coming back in a few days? Because I'm trying to get silver, and I bet I've only earned about 120 silver. Well, I've not weighed these in yet. Used to be able to. Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to do there. Have I closed the game up? I'm opening game again. Used to be able to. If I can. I just minimise that for a minute. You used to be able to, I think there were a piece of wood, I'm not sure whether the piece of wood, it'd be over there. There's a piece of log there that you could walk off and it'd transport you to there. Is there any quick, I don't know what to call them, you might not know what I'm talking about. There was a log going into water, whereas it may have been a glitch what they patch now, but you could walk on the little tree trunk out into water, and if you walked to the end, you fell off and went into the lake, and the glitch of it respawned you in the fort. I'm sure it was. I used to fish this peg here, I think, and so I'd run out, I'd go left, run around, and I think I fished there, fishing into that. But when I wanted to come back, just for a laugh, I think here, there was a like a tree trunk going into the water. And so instead of running all the way back, I used to just walk on the trunk and drop in, and then I'd be here. You still have to then run all the way back to your peg, but it like saved all the running and being travel sick, all that moving about and running left and right. It really nauseates me because I must be the world's worst person for travel sickness. My dad was getting ready for I don't. You'll not know if you're not in the UK, but we live in a little cul-de-sac. What's not 100? It's what is it? Probably 50, 60 yards long. This little, say 100 yards long, and we was planning a 9-hour. I weren't planning it. My dad was planning it. I was 8-year-old. They were planning to go to St Ives from Manchester and take the time in the little Datsun 120 white. And he'd been smoking in the car waiting for my mum for finalise and lock up. So I ate smoke, and it's one of the reasons I've not smoked in my lifetime. That's my dad smoking in car when I'm travel sick. Mix the two and you'll never smoke again. You would never try smoking if you've ever been travel sick in a car filled with smoke. But he was facing the wrong way to come out of the street, and it's like running up and down a cricket pitch really. So he goes to the bottom of the street, 3-point turn. Now you've got to think that we're on a 9-hour trip. We comes back up the street past my house. I shout, "Stop, stop, stop." I jumps out of the car into the plantation, and I'm throwing my little 8-year-old guts up. I've been in the car in a hot day in the back of the car for an hour because my dad wanted us in all in car ready to go, and my dad had been sat in car with window open a couple of inches at top, and so we'd not gone 20 foot from our house, and I was sick. I was sick in the next town twice, and then fortunately I felt sleep until they got to Newquay, because they stopped at Newquay before they went on the centre. But what a trip that was. You should have seen my dad's face for a peach, because he weren't travel sick or nothing like that. He'd been on ships and stuff. So I was like the weak link. Poor me. So that the reason I've incorporated that, I'm so badly travel sick I can't play first person shooter games, and running through and moving about through foliage like that, it's easy for me to. I thought there was one up here. I'll just it was like that. Say that though. If you watch on it, it won't let you go any further actually. I'm not on it, that's why. Oh, they're not actually a tree. You're actually going from. They might have changed the graphics so that you can't do that. But you see where that tree ends? If you'd walk on that tree and then go touch the water, it used to glitch the game and transport you back to the. And this stuff makes me travel sick. So I have to eat fast and get rid of it. So, you know something else about me now. And I'm missing. I keep forgetting to click the blue message. It says new messages. So I'm sorry for not keeping up to chat. You're in Canada. See, I'll be able to catch up now because Me texted up with. So I've got you go fishing in real time 3 times a week in a river I can see from my window, absolutely gorgeous. I think, oh my goodness me. And I can't believe why you're on again. I suppose you're on again because you can't be on the live water all the time, really. But Winnipeg, oh my God. I'd love to live in Canada. I love nature and all that. I know we're pretty soft from UK about if we get 2 inches of snow, everything stops. People start work. You can't get to work and all that. We are weaklings when it comes to snow and that. So that I'd have to get used to that. But I fancy one of them big 4x4s. I've had a 4x4 before, a Pajero. So I think that part of the I'd like that. Ah, right. This is what. So if you go 1 hour without catching a fish, change spots up. See, I've fished the last 3. I have changed spots, and I have changed bait, but 1 hour in game. 1 hour real time. Yeah, I've fished about 4 spots regular for bream, and struggled on every one of them because I've kept returning. So 1 hour real time without catching a fish, change the spots or bait, which I have been doing, trying to rotate. I catch a fish every 4 minutes. Wow. Or I move around. Really? Well, you can see what I've been doing. I have been catching but they've been crappy fish. Bits, really. I know when only one I know is on amber. You can drive your ATV into the water and all right. I've not seen that part of the game. I don't think they have it. Are you on about a 4x4? I saw somebody stream, and they were on one of the later lakes, and they were on a 4x4, a bit like the well, it is like the one in Call of the Wild. I got that because it were. I don't like hunting and that. It took somebody 5 days to talk me into joining them in the hunter and the hunter out, because I was so adamant I was against hunting. And they said, "You're not hunting." I know some of them are, he said, but you're not hunting. You're aiming at pixels. Think of it as a target board. And I played it, but it's still upsetting when you see them. I better fill up in a minute. I better shut up. Only one I know is on amber. You can. I take it amber is a lake, because I have not. Oh, let me just check. It'll be one of the lakes that I can't get to. See, I've not even got any pictures, so I want to know. Amber. The Amber Lake. So I take it then the video I was watching somebody on YouTube or Twitch, and they was going back somewhere, and they jumped on a 4x4. Not before a quad bike going weighing his fishing, I think. You can drive your ATV into the water and reopen in the town. That's similar to what. So that might be a glitch on the 4x4 sort of thing. They used to have it. I don't think you were on when I was talking about Volkov, but there was one down near the train bridge. I used to fish for bream there in that pool and other things as well, but from the bank. I like fishing from the bank. it's something I do like, mainly because you've not got the turning and movement of, because I'm travel sick, I can manage more from the bank. And there's 2 pallets so you can moor the boat up on, and so there was a log just at the side of these pallets that you could walk off, and it's quite a long. It takes a few minutes, doesn't it, go from the train bridge up to the town to weigh in. But if you was on that corner, you could take one boat down, do your fishing, don't take the boat back, walk off this log, go to town, sell your fish, then get in another troll boat, take that other troll boat down, so you've actually saved the time of trolling all the way back. That was a glitch. What, probably not in now, but I do mean to try it, so I will keep you updated with that one. Yeah, it is. It's 4 minutes to 1 here. I best start. One of the troubles I have is when my partner goes to sleep, my missus, I've got a big gob because I've got headphones on. I end up shouting into the mic instead of being a normal person. I get excited and start raising my voice. So I don't think I'll be online much longer this evening, because one of the things, I should be able to talk like this and whisper, and I don't think, even when I'm told, I still start raising my voice when I get excited. I'm silly. So I'm still trying to catch up with your text. So only a number. So it's 12. I'm about 12 miles outside Manchester in the UK. It's a little town called Atherton. ATHERTON. And yeah, I'm in that little town. There's no water. There is a lake in our town, but it's private owned, with somebody with a bit of land. But we have little tiny ponds. They won't even. You'd probably call them. What comes. You probably call them. What's the word I'm trying to look for? You'd probably call it floodwater. Like if you've had an heavy rains, because probably only fit 2 meters wide. Some of the really firm ponds. The ponds what just are there for tiny farms with cows for milking. What they have a little pond in the lake. Now they have them automatic troughs for filling up, don't they? But I'm on about in the 60s and 70s. They used to let the cows water when it were hot. They'd be drinking in. They'd come outside of us. We'd be fishing, and you'd have like a herd of cows try and have a drink of water out of the pond. And yeah, lovely. I'm reminiscing now. It's great for chat to. So yeah, it's 1 o'clock here. So I will start having to wrap this down. Amber is all cut like just like Burr. Right, I don't really have the setup to. I have. What have I caught? I thought I'd done okay, but I think I'm not. Well, I know I'm limited. I'm limited by my gear. So let me close that off. So this is. What do you think of? I fished Surrey. I went on Surrey River, and all the time I ended up fishing the little lake at the side of the river. I loved it. I was getting little carp, and I were catching every chuck, and I got pleasure from that. So I fished that, a while. I did a bit of grinding on them, but there's a water here that I have. It must be that one. I can fish up to Surrey River. This water wasn't in when I stopped fishing in 2017-18. This water weren't in. So what's in Seversky Donetsk River? How would you oh, it probably tell it. So it's mainly a float fishing venue and spinning. Okay, I'm asking you, and it says that this is the Donetsk River is put. That's one of the most picturesque rivers the East European planet. Lovely. So that's a water I've not been on. There was one in development what had like a bridge at one end and I'm wondering if that's it. Lady of Games got the first few little they were like real hand drawings, you know, like by an artist of the picture. Maybe it is that one. I think there were a water wheel at one side and stuff, and it was just in development. It hadn't even been created. So maybe that is this place, or it might be one of the other waters. But there's some grinding there. So I take it you've got everything open. You can. Yeah. Yeah. His lady again's not a content creator now. Is she not? That's a good idea. That may be the way to make myself a bit of something I've noticed. If I go back, it's free to move about. The water's behind you. Is that right? Because I went to have a look at. I was looking for to buy. I think it was to buy something what wasn't in Burg, and it didn't cost me to go to say, I think I went to Mosquito Lake and to Winding Rivulet, but it cost me to get back to where I was, and it's still expensive to move to Euro Lake. I'm not fished that. I've not put much time into this, so I skipped over Burg. When I brought my rod on the carp, I just said the fish are broke in this. The fish are broke. They want you snap your stuff so you buy more gear, and I couldn't. It just put me off completely, and then. I must have been on but I might have qualified to get over. When I got to Curie, it was like, I love it. I love the actual being able to see the fish come up to take the lures, and it just fitted right for me. It was hard to fish sometimes and you struggled, but the day seemed too fast to fish for the burbot on the island anymore. Used to be able to go on that island. It felt like 4 hours in real time. It probably wasn't, but you had a good session in the dark fishing for burbot. Now you only seem to go once round the lake and it's gone from night time to daytime. Yeah, that I see, but the rest you pay for. I'm with you, off Liza. Appreciate you spending time, help me out here. So you'd stay on Burg if you were me, and I'm just waiting for the bream to come back on. Maybe they're there, but I've not found the right bit. I've tried. I was catching, and I'm fishing at the moment on pea porridge. Is that how it is? I think it's pea porridge. But I have tried garlic. Every video I've seen about a hotspot, I've used the bait. I've tried garlic, the garlic one. I've tried the cottage cheese. I've tried pearly barley. I've caught, before the bream went off, I caught on red worm. And I mean, in real life, I've caught on pellet, and before that, I've actually caught on for the big ones. I mean, probably 4.5 kilogram ones in real life. I've caught on a cocktail of, you put the worm on, slide it up the line, put a sweet corn on or two, and then slide the worm back down so it wraps round it like floppy dog's ears. That is a killer bait for bream. But they also like maggots and castor on both as a, you know, as a cocktail sort of thing. Yeah, thanks, Southlizer, for all help. Any other door baits work for bream? Brilliant. So am I correct? A friend of mine, I'm saying a friend of mine, just like yourself, which you were now a friend of mine. I'm sorry, you can't get away from it. You're a friend of mine. So, a friend of mine called Bill, he kindly, like yourself, give me a lot of tips like you were helping me now. And he said, how much you're making on Curie, I think if you need silver, I think you make more going to Burg and fishing for the bream. So he helps me set up, he tells me what I'm doing. Meanwhile, I watch all the videos I can get hold of recent last 2 months videos of people creating videos about bream fishing at Burg. So I got one where somebody caught a 4.5 trophy, lovely fish. I think I got a 4.6 kilogram on the first day, I think. So that it was brilliant. I was fishing, but I was fishing 32. Is it 42, 32? It's basically across from where I'll tell you where I fished. I've fished there. I think it's 42, 30, somewhere around here. 42, 32. But I've actually done best on the next one. Is it 47 something? Just fishing into this little section here, clipped up at 8 meters. I had 2 good days this week fishing into that little, I call it like a frying pan. That's like the flat of the frying pan, and that's like the handle. Well, I've been fishing this part of the handle from the bank, and putting three rods in there. And I've been casting over, and I'm reeling back so that when it goes solid, it's actually hitting the shelf before it comes back into me. So I've known I've been in that. But so I fished that. I fished that one. I fished the actual one where the videos show, fishing out to the last. I think it casts out there to just to the right of the last silver birch. So that one I've not done very well. I had one day not too bad, but I'd already been fishing for the bream. I may have to be quiet now. My partner's moving about, so If you're mute, I won't be going off until my stream cuts off. So if I'm mute, I'll be able to talk in a bit. But I might have to go quiet just for a minute. But what I was trying to ask is there somewhere I should try? There's one guy said I-5 for bream was a point somewhere there, fishing at the lilies. That's the guy who's got a video out showing a 4 point. He was fishing on, he had PVA, and he was fishing on cottage cheese balls. So, but he was trying that. So that was my next place to try. I was going to go up there. But these pegs, 3 pegs here, I've tried, and apart from 2 days when I first started fishing about here, okay, so I'm okay for another half an hour. if I don't know if you're hanging about, but please feel free to shoot whenever you want. It's a polite, really appreciate it, but I feel I'm preying on people. What's the start? Because I'm can't tell you how much I appreciate all the help you've given me. I'm trying to catch up with you. Any of the doors for bream? That's where I'm up to. So I think, okay, I think you do better off the bridge outside of. Really? So I don't mind. Is there a number for that one? You do better off the bridge outside the fort for bream. And if the fish is big, walk to the left. Short line it. Okay. Fine. I'll try anything. Is that for bream, or is that for anything? I have fished. As you come out. I can't get my mouse back on. Can you see my mouse in game? Because I've been explaining to somebody where I've been fishing, thinking they can see my mouse. All right. Well, I can. I mean, my partner's going to sleep, but I can be fishing for the next few hours. But if I could get catching some bream, or get in a spot where I know the bream's feeding it overnight, sort of thing, I'd be brilliant. I can't. I should tape. Thank you. Authorize it. Thank you. So that it's like instead of putting me moonshine in number 4, I should have it as a quick, a short key. You know, a quick key, uh, an audio reply like, "Thank you so much, Authorize. Thank you so." That way, I'd use it more than I use me bottle of moonshine. What you've been kind enough to send me. Very nice one. So I have fished, if I can remember right. You come out of there and go down to the there's a patch of lilies and a deep hole, deep hole. I don't think I were reaching that deep, but I had some really nice bream, not bream, really nice tench. Before this is 4 years ago, not now. Have they shortened the days or sped up the tick over of 24 hours in the game? It just feels twice as fast as it used to do. Obviously, I'm not bothered about it either way. Just I can't remember the nights and days were so fast. Because say on Curie, you used to get on the island, get 3 rods set out, and it felt like you were pulling in 10 or 11 burbot, big burbot, and you'd have other rods with char and stuff, liquid char, fishing on this bait, I think it were. I mean, I'll show you bait if I can pick it out. Fishing on that thing. So you get the liquid red char from in the deep pool. This is it 16 meters deep. You're fishing that, but with the other with one rod you'd have that on. And at the moment, when I was doing it, I didn't have the actual ability to do that. But the problem is I got tempted to try and I don't like the rods as they've got them stuck up in. We never fish like that. So stuck up in and actually under. I know it's live with it, so to deal with it, it's in game. But what am I trying to show you now? I've got one of them. I don't think I paid silver for it. I think I got treated for my 50. No, it won't be for 50. It's either a Christmas present or because I could never. I always spent my silver. I could never save up in game. So I bought myself a Siberia Gold and this rod and one spinning rod, I think. So I bought that. I think it was £17, something like that, real money. And it's disgusting now, but if I hadn't have bought that reel, I think I'd have packed in the game because I couldn't get the fishing past Burg. I was hitting carp and I fished 50 years. And I think it's that what were playing against me. I knew these fish, what you were catching, shouldn't fight this hard, but they do need to make a game and they do need to make money. But the price of these tackle, that £17 for that reel at the time, it was more than the reels. I could have got a good reel from the shop. What sell real tackle? Some of these rods and top end reels are actually more expensive than the live counterpart in the world. But I know virtual items have a price. Some are worth thousands, aren't they? Even all these World of Warships ships, you know, some are £300 and £200, and I can't buy any of them. what I've got, I've earned and grounded, and like I say, it's only because circumstances have gone a bit wrong for me, and at the moment, my partner's retired on like a pension credit, and we're lucky to just be able to be online, really. So I can't be asking her to pay me, buy me some rods and buy me some reels, because one person were on and he was saying, well, why don't you put some money into the game and stuff like that? And I said, well, if I had it, I would, you know, I'd definitely buy myself some decent. I mean, if you're fishing with 3 rods, it's nice to have them matched up so that your settings are the same. Whereas I've got it, I'm fishing. I'm basically fishing with my first rod I earned, and then I graduated up onto my second rod and reel I earned. I mean, that reel's done me proud, and I've only recently had the gold before I stopped playing. But that has better spinning speeds. I think I've caught more fish with spinning speeds. But as soon as you get a 5 kilogram pike, the drag can't hold the fish. You know, you can turn back and have your back to the fish. Just the spool's not strong enough to hold the. You know, you can have 35-pound breaking straight line on, but the spool's giving in. You know, and that won't happen. You could even lock that up in real life, and you'd be able to get a 5-pound. I sound like I'm ranting. I might be going tight. I'm sorry. Sorry, Liza. Yeah, brilliant. That's something I need to do now. Well, I've got the reality of not being able to buy the gear, so I need to be a bit more. I'll show you what I've been buying. I'm really happy to be able to change this and get up here now for these classes, because the way I fish in UK, since I opened my back, I bought a chair so that I could sit up and not do for match fishing. You were sat on a little tiny match sort of basket, which basically looked like a piece of foam what you wash the car with. That's the center. That's the surface area of your seat was, and you used to put a continental pole in a tube between your legs and sit on it, and that was how you match fish the canals. But when I had to slow down and I got a comfy cart chair, I got the cart set up with the rod pod and everything, and the bivvy and stuff, and I've got all that. This is that sort of fishing with herricks and stuff. So when what I did at the beginning of the game, I said, because I know what things are. I bought all the additives with the money I had. I bought boilers, I bought additives, I bought bread feed, I bought everything I'd be using if I were going in real life. And then I went to use it, and it said you need to be level 90 to use this equipment. So I've had boilers in my bag from 2017. I've had boilers in my bag from the Russian fishing for Russian game that I've not been able to use yet until I passed using an air rig. So I got a bit giddy the other day, and I bought all the rigs I could. I bought carp hooks, and I didn't spend a lot because I spent money. Bill, a friend of mine who put me onto the bream, he said, I think you should get a leader maker first. So money was easy. I think I was making probably 750 silver a day, which I don't know whether that's good or bad, but I was grinding it out, and I was fishing you know, I can fish. I can fish all the hours I'm awake. I don't have no responsibilities. Unless my partner needs me, she'll leave me alone and I'll be in the corner. And she'll let me play on this, and I have to be very thankful of that, because that's something that is, you know, going out of our sort of, you know, using the electricity to play this game is not cheap, you know. So I have to thank her for that, for letting me play my games while I'm in a bit of pain. It helps. It helps me. I can get delving. I don't know if you understand, but when I'm playing this game, I'm in the game. You know, you don't need an avatar for me. Until somebody talks to me or taps me on the shoulder, I'm on that riverbank. I'm getting my feet muddy, and it's really yeah, I know. Well, I bought some, and I don't have enough silver. And the worst case about which reel are we on about? Because they'll all be, all these are down. I only installed the game on last Saturday, so I've only fished. All this damage is from before, but I looked at it and it was like something over £1,000 for fix my reel. I'll show you how much damage, and any advice on any if I oh, that's the way to do it. I can't even read it. My eyes are going a bit funny now. Oh, 14% were. Well, when I used to watch Lady Games, a guy called Gene was something to do with the game where he either owned it or he was top developer, something like that. And he said, don't repair your reels. Well, do repair your reels, but you only need, I think he said, the gear, in fact, I might as well do it now. I don't think I've got enough to repair them, but all my rod's right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I don't think I won't be able to glitch that. I'm going to run round. Right. Don't watch this if it makes you travel sick, but it makes me travel sick. I wish I had. I think I'm going the right way, aren't I? Yeah. I'll run up to the net. It's not too bad actually to get across there. And I don't leave me, or I try not to. I have been doing for the bream and that, but with the way my gear is, I shouldn't be, have I pressed that? I shouldn't be leaving any gear left in water. I should leave them out, like I just have done with them. Map. Right. I'll show you in a minute what my gear's like. Oh, I should have. I bet I can't show it, can I? I needed to bring them with me. It's not so bad. I'll go back. I'm glad I remembered then. Although I looked right idiot. Which I do look an idiot now. But I looked right idiot if I'd have got all that way and then not be able to show you. But I couldn't afford it. It was like something like, we'll say £1,000, but I think it was more than that. One thing I will say is when I was watching Lady of Games and that Gene were talking, he said you don't need to repair all the reel. Some of them parts, when like bearings and stuff like that, he said, have I passed my fish? Where are my fish? I've passed it, haven't I? Gone to run past the roads, I think. the other side of this tree. Oh my god. I am so travesty. I'm lost now. Is that it? They're here. Good, as I thought somebody pinched my rods then. Okay, so I'll take them with me. We can see if I can afford to. I've just repaired the 5 reel, and it cost me. It wasn't so bad, but I didn't buy everything. I think it was the resistance, the thing what creates the drag. It's the 2 washers of the drag. I think he said pay for that to be repaired, an oil and oil reel, but the others, the spool and the gears or something like that, he says they'd replacing. It's something like £270, but they're replacing year 1 with a new part. So have I gone past it? Goodness, this time I have gone past it. I bet you're giggling. At all. Hope I'm not throwing you off your food if you're having your tea now. But this is what makes it travel to the running. Going on way right up that hill. So I don't try. I don't put too much running. Unfortunately, that's true in real life. With my bad back, I've managed to bang it. And with COVID, I hope everybody's safe with you, their lives, and hope all your family's safe and everything. Let me have a look at your text, then I know what. By the time you purr that reel. Let me look at your new messages. There's a blue thing keeps tapping up. Instead of just relaying messages, it like makes it so that you have to 398 silver for a pliers. I know, I was pissed as well when I saw that. Well, so am I all the way? The sabre I saw needs to be repaired. Yeah, okay. We'll have a look how much the charge. I need to disassemble it, do I? I think so. So that it goes into. So the sabre's on that one. And my gold is on that one. It's not as I'd rather just have a look how much they want to charge. And I've just repaired 2 parts of that reel, so I'll have a look. It may have only been one. It took 12 minutes to repair it. So we'll press it and see now. So this reel, from what Jean was saying, is when you buy that with the wear, you're getting a new spool. They don't repair that spool. They charge you the price you get a brand new one. Same with the ball bearings. Get the ball bearings down to about 20%, I think he said. He might have even said 5%. Don't repair them. When you pay for them, it's a new one. I may be getting mixed up with that one and that one, but he said there was two parts you need to regularly repair your reel, which obviously I've not done because I stopped playing the game, so it didn't really matter. And I think it's that one and that one. I've only just paid for that. Oh no, sorry, I didn't pay for that. It was that one on the other reel. That's my 40%. I take it. That's what you're saying. I should be repairing. Let me have a look at that. Which is not too bad. If I sell my fish, I should be able to pay for that.
More tinsy beans.
Okay, well,
Because I opened the last one.
I'm just having a butchie as well, so I'll mute so you don't see me eat. I mean, you don't want to hear this. It's just disgusting that when I heard that first time. Absolutely. Shut your mouth, man. And I think it's because my dad always told me keep my mouth closed when I eat. And I think when you're enjoying your food, you do make a few smacks, don't you, with your lips and stuff. But yeah, let's see how much I've. Oh, let's see if there's any. You never know. Nothing jumps out. Oh, let's have a look. Okay, hello.
Bye.